I'm Pete the Plumber. Plumbing is what I'm all about. From emergencies to catastrophes, brand new shiny renovations. Let me and my team show you how to get it done right. Calgary, we've got you covered. Okay, we're heading back to Rick's place. You might remember him in an earlier episode that we did a hot water tank. I'm meeting Brad there, my HVAC service technician. He's going to do a maintenance on the furnace, which is very important. If you have a new furnace, you have to get it maintained every year to keep the warranty up, which is very important with the price of parts nowadays. But also the furnace is 20 years old, so Rick wants to know where he stands in the world. Is this going to be breaking down? Am I looking for new in the future? Or is this guy just a good old war horse and working great? We're also meeting Annie there. I got Annie coming over because the ducts have not been cleaned in quite a while, and Rick thought that would be a great idea. So we're going to meet Annie and Brad over at the job. Let's go. Well, I got Brad coming over to take a look at the furnace because it hasn't been looked at for a while. Now, the furnace is actually completely backwards and illegal that way because you need 24 inches out front, and that's a pretty skinny 24 inches.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight ticket. That's why we brought the portable, so we can get it right in
right
close.
In there, yeah. So, yeah.
The truck mount wouldn't be able to get as close into this as needed.
And I never saw this before because Brad's not my smallest guy.
Oh, yeah.
So we might have to grease him up to get him in there.
Hopefully he fits. We'll see. I'll call you if he gets stuck.
Okay. Well, I'm going to meet Brad outside. He's pulling up in a couple of minutes. I'll see you in a second.
All right. See you, my man.
Sounds
Take
good.
care. So this is an older furnace. What we're going to try and do right now is find an access point into the furnace where we can get the maximum amount of negative airflow. Once we cut the hole, drill it, patch it, or hook up our vacuum to it, then what we're going to do is go to the master bedroom or the furthest room away from the vacuum and push all the dust into the center channel. And from the center channel, which is probably around here, and then there's one on the other side over here. And from the center channel, what we're going to do is get in and pull all the dust into the vacuum. So first you want to work in the supply, and then you want to work all the way to the return. When you move to the return, you move the vacuum over to the return side, and then you have to cut it off here so that there's no air or dust that gets in and contaminates this side. So then once you get into the cold, then all you do is just blow in the cold air ductworks or the cold air returns, and then all the dust should go right into the ducts. Some duct cleaners would just use tin snips, and it just jaggeds up this hole completely. Now this hole is nice and flush. Yeah, that's pretty dirty. It looks like it needs a really good cleaning. It hasn't been cleaned in a long time. Well, what you're seeing is a lot of dust accumulation over the years. I mean, it's just literally sticking to the ductwork here. So that's all gonna get cleaned. This is what people typically are breathing in. I mean, it hasn't been cleaned in a very long time. Look at that. So now that the setup is done downstairs, the guys, we have to be upstairs, making sure that we fully maximize the vacuum pressure. And in order to do that, we have to close off all the vents. And they all get closed off like this with duct mask, or we use the registers and we close them. But by doing it this way, what we've done is we've increased the velocity of the vacuum. What needs to be done is the guys are going to, once they've cleaned it, they're going to close the ducts and then move to the next room. But every duct after they're done is going to be closed. So if you put your hand right there, you can literally feel the negative air pressure on your hand. And all the dust is right now being sucked into the vacuum bag.
Well, we're here now with Brad, one of my HVAC technicians. Brad, how you making out?
Doing great, Pete. How you doing?
She's a bit of a squeaker there, isn't she?
A little bit,
I was gonna grease up your shoulders to get you in there. How's it looking? I see a lot of dust flying around.
Well, it's looking all right so far. We're just going to test the pilot light on this. We're going to make sure the thermocouple fires and that everything is working properly on it. Make sure she's clean.
Perfect, perfect. How old do you figure this puppy is? It's not original, I know that.
Oh, this guy is from, I'm checking for a date here off the rating plate, 1993.
93, okay, so it's still a mid-efficiency.
Yes, sir.
It's a good old workhorse, so it's probably 93, probably still 60% efficient. Started out at 65, it's probably still 60% efficient, isn't it, 30 years later?
Around there.
Yeah, you're around there, okay, gotcha.
Not as efficient as a newer furnace could be.
Absolutely, we're going to go up to 95, 96, 97% at that point.
Now we're just trying to get the pilot light to engage. When I got here, the first thing I did was I blew it out just to ensure it could relight in that event, and this is where we're having a little hiccup, which is a great reason for maintenance to be done, to catch these things while someone's here and not on a cold Saturday night.
On a cold Saturday night, 2 in the morning, and the furnace doesn't come on. That's exactly why you get a certified gas fitter to check for, to make sure it's ready for the winter, ready for the season.
Now this is one of those maintenance calls where there's actually something to do here. If we look down here, we have 3 burners. The first 2 are lit. The third one's not catching.
Didn't kick in.
Nope.
Major causes?
Plugged up.
Plugged up,
Blocked
just
up.
dirty, dirty, dirty.
Yeah, that's it. But while our inducer's running, I'm checking my amperage draw on the inducer motor. 1.0. Now the amperage draw on the motor is written on the side. It says it's 1.71 amps or 1.71 amps.
Yeah.
That's sort of like our blood pressure. The older this thing gets, the more amps it takes to run. And like
Gotcha.
our blood pressure, the higher that gets, the more red line we're in.
Right.
If I check on my clamp meter that I'm pulling 1.7 or even 2.0 amps, that is a big red flag that this inducer motor will need to be replaced.
So we definitely talked to the homeowner, suggest that this would be a good thing for the winter coming up, so you don't have that 2 o'clock in the morning call type thing. And that's why you do a maintenance, to get these red flags out of the way.
Hi, I'm Mike Lee from Toledo Renovations. You love where you live, but it's time. Kitchens, bathrooms, basements, and whole home renovations. Our team works to deliver a positive experience and the perfect final result for you. We're really proud of the feedback we receive from our clients. For over 15 years, we've helped our clients get from before to after. Call me and let's get working on your forever home.
Cobella Enterprises is your personal and professional tiling and flooring company. 25 years of service gives us the experience to provide the wow factor to your home. Call us today for your free quote.
Compro offers post-construction cleanup services for when consumer equipment just doesn't cut it. Our disaster restoration service offers fast recovery from fire, floods, grow-ops, hazardous materials, and other disasters. From asbestos testing and mold remediation to upholstery and furniture steam cleaning. Let Compro tackle all of the really big industrial strength cleaning. Compro, for all your cleaning needs.
Kitchen upgrades for any budget. Cabinet refacing. An old kitchen can look new in just a few days. Add roll-out drawers custom fit to your existing cabinets. Closet organizers that make your spaces functional.
We had to kill all the gas to the furnace so that I can safely remove the entire burner assembly. Finicky work. Yeah, you get into a spot like this, you want to try and focus on what's in front of you as best you can. So I want to just take this whole piece right out, okay? And the double wire is going to TR. There we go. And I have one more thing to remove, the thermocouple. There we go. Now, put it with Crisco. And I'm gonna come out here where I got some open space.
So what are we doing here?
Well, this is the burner that's not firing.
Okay,
The
you
one
just
that
pulled the one out?
Yeah,
You have to pull the whole rack out, okay?
pulled the whole rack out,
Okay.
because just to ease of access.
So basically the tube is where the gas travels through and the orifices are what actually lets the gas up to ignite.
There we go, nice.
So we want to look in the bigger holes. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, see what potentially could be in there, make sure that's not plugged.
So that one's good.
That looks all right. Nothing that I can see blocking here. And this is where I remove the valve.
I'm a DIY guy. Okay, I tell people how to do stuff, how to put a kitchen sink in, how to put a pedestal in. I don't mind that because they can always shut off valves in the plumbing world. This is one thing I really would not ask somebody to do unless they had great experience in the field. They don't necessarily have to be a gas fitter, but I would recommend they need to be a gas fitter. You make a mistake here, it's not a drip or a drain that doesn't clear up, it's a boom, okay? And it might not be the big explosion in the world, okay, but it could be. You could rock a house right off its foundations. Every year you see them blowing up. But the problem with this is if you do have a minor boom, you're going to do more damage to stuff. You're going to blow the gas valve apart. You're going to blow tubes apart, okay? Hopefully no one ever blows up their house, but this is something, if it's wrong, it's going to be painful and it's going to cost a lot more money. So maintenance and then repair after the maintenance is always your best saving tips, and gas is one thing you do not want to fool with. Call a professional, get a couple opinions, get some guys in, get the guys that know the furnaces, the make and model. You want to pay them for the right parts, the right time, and the right knowledge.
Maybe a little bit of muscle. Oh, she's tight. But that's because most of the furnaces, like this is all what we add when we do installs. This is done in the factory.
Yeah, so it's wrenched on pretty good.
Oh,
well,
they always are.
it's probably pneumatic wrenched.
Most likely, and they are tight. And the last thing you want to do when you're working on something like this is do more damage.
Right.
And then you're having a fun day now. Come on, baby. You can do this. Everyone's watching.
Geez, that is on there. And traditionally, these don't have to be that tight. They have to be tight enough for the gas, of course, but it doesn't have to be made in like Mr. Strongman type thing. So this is very tight, but it's because it's a factory one. So they would have used pneumatic tools and wrenched it in there. And it is 30 years old. So yes, it's probably partially welded.
It is tight, that is for sure. But it did crack, and we do have it coming off.
Yeah. When he used the word crack, that means he opened the joint or broke the joint, not cracked it, okay? So again, a term.
That's right. There we go.
Are you just gonna blow this?
Yeah,
Here, blow it so it's right down there, so if anything kicks out, we can see it.
sure. Okay. I'm plugging these two. And you can hear something in there.
Can you hear it rattling? There you go.
Booyah.
There you go.
So when the
if
gas
you-
pressure hits, it pushes it right into that port.
right into that. Here's one of the orifices Brad took out of the burner tube. So you can see how small the hole is, okay? Look at the size of that. That wouldn't have taken much to clog that up. And what would have happened, it would have fallen to the bottom of the tube, the gas would have kicked on, the pressure would have shot it up and right into those holes. So that's all it takes. That's all it takes to bugger up a burner assembly.
Uppercut Elevators and Lifts. Locally owned and operated, serving Albertans for 25 years. Porch lifts, stair lifts, commercial accessibility, and home elevators. Call Uppercut today for a free consultation.
Hi, Pete the Plumber here with your hard water answer for the City of Calgary. The mighty Tahoe, 10.5-year parts and labor warranty, comes straight from Pete. No more hard water buildup nor calcium. No more clogged up hot water tanks with debris. You will not need a 1-800 number because you got a problem, you're calling Pete. And we have the Vecta Pure RO water system. Let's save the environment. Save hundreds of dollars a year water bottling. You don't have to buy any more because you're going to make your own. Because you know nobody beats Pete the Plumber. Nobody.
Hi, I'm Charles. And I'm Alan. And we're All Hope Handiworks. We assemble, we build, we fix, and we paint. Need something fixed? Give us a shout. I'll fix you.
At the plate, air care. Safe at first.
We do residential duct cleaning.
Slides into second.
We also do commercial duct cleaning.
And steals third.
We also do industrial duct cleaning.
Big collision with Pete the Plumber.
Coming home every time, 100% satisfaction guaranteed.
Now the nice thing is the only part of this I had to tape or like reseal was the actual gas valve. This is the union connection, which is just tighten it up.
Tighten it up, self-tapering, self-sealing.
Yeah, well, I like getting some gloves on so I don't leave DNA on people's homes. And I'm gonna squeeze back in here. I'm gonna blow this out here, Mike. Might make a big mess here. Now that's gonna be clear, should be fine. And there we go. Now we're getting close to position again. Okay.
Open my eyes now. It's not in vain. Look inside me now. Not a thing. What time is it now? It's still today. Not asleep. So I'm a night away.
Now, let's see what happens when we reconnect this. Hopefully, if everything goes the way it should, that should just kick right up. There we go. Good. All right, that is working. Next thing we're going to check for is carbon monoxide leaks. This can be caused by a plugged heat exchanger, a cracked heat exchanger. And what we're doing is I'm going to check in the airstream with my Testo carbon monoxide detector. I've removed the humidifier bypass, which is allowing supply air to come out. As you can see, we have 0 parts per million carbon monoxide.
So carbon monoxide levels are non-existent?
Non-existent.
Okay. If you're unfamiliar with the carbon monoxide world, it's called the silent killer, okay? We have great safety standards in this country and obviously city, and ACO will check for this if you have any indicators. The biggest indicator, or the first indicators you should be aware of, is headaches. Headaches, people aren't feeling well, almost like pre-flu stuff. I'm not feeling too great, but then you get to work and you're okay, because you're out of the leak. Well, you know, I'm tired, I'm this, I'm that, I'm not feeling good. And then ultimately is watery eyes. If you get burning watery eyes, you have a major leak. Take this seriously. You got headaches, flu-like symptoms, get a professional in to get it tested.
We now repaired the plug in the burner assembly, and we have 3 solid blue jets running into the heat exchanger.
Beautiful. How's the motor sound?
Sounds great.
Good, good. Another big thing, no squeaking, no rattling.
That's right. Amperage draw is something that I check on both motors, an inducer and the blower. And that is the biggest indicator of whether a motor is going to go, besides the smoking and the audio.
Right, perfect. Good job, Brad. Happy with that?
Very happy.
Solved the problem, took care of a furnace that needed some love.
Yes, sir.
And like I said, everybody should be checking these out before winter comes, of course.
Absolutely. It's better to have it go on your time than on a Saturday night.
It's going to cost a bit more, that's for sure. I'll let you get to the next job.
Thank you very much. You
Thanks
have a
a
great
lot.
day.
Well, I'm glad we took care of Rick. He did have a little bit of debris in that burner line, and that's why you need a licensed gas technician to take a look at these things. It's so important. So Rick's ready for the upcoming winter, and he'll be happy because the furnace is in great shape, and we've maintained it, and it's working great. Pete the Plumber here, Calgary, introducing you to something I've been waiting for 3 to 4 years. The Tie Docks, or as I call it, the Gator. Air quality protection in your house will kill all airborne pathogens, toxins, chemicals, coronavirus, influenza, smoke from the BC forest fires. What you cooked the night before will kill everything in your house within 8 hours. Calgary, I have a couple of very important things I care about in the air they breathe. Right, Brooklyn? Right, Dino? Give me a call.
Hi, I'm Chris Cleland, owner at Cleland Contracting. We're your trusted carpentry and renovation specialist. We pride ourselves in quality workmanship, integrity, and professional results. We offer an industry-leading 5-year workmanship warranty. So for your next renovation project, look no further than Cleland Contracting.
Hey, Pete the Plumber, let's see how tough your truck is.
It's going to be a cold winter, Calgary. High utility bills. I'm going to save you the cash because nobody beats Pete the Plumber, nobody. And it's hard to stop a train.
Get him, Grandpa! No one beats Pete the Plumber, nobody!
Hi, I'm Charles. And I'm Alan. And we're All Hope Handiworks. We assemble, we build, we fix, and we paint. Need something fixed? Give us a shout. I'll fix you.
Hi, I'm Pete the Plumber, here with Mike from Tally Renovations. Mike, what is your secret to these spectacular kitchens in Calgary?
Every family's unique, so we have to design every kitchen for your specific needs and your specific workflow. We focus on the details you want, from prep to cooking to serving and to cleanup. It all fits in a perfect workflow for you.
And that is why Mike is my #1 referral for kitchens in the city of Calgary.
Tally Renovations. Beautiful spaces, built right.
Well, hello, Lennox. What do we know today? Combustion air inlet. Great. I'm just checking the filter right now because that sometimes is a main cause of a lot of issues. And the next thing I'm doing here is we are gonna reset the furnace. I'm gonna pull the bottom door off, take the door switch out. We're gonna cycle it and see where we're having trouble and go from there. Alrighty. Now my kid was asking me the other day why I carry all these zip ties with me.
I remember you telling me that.
And I said, because certain door switches, you can get a zip tie in there. You don't need to tape it. Like so. Now here we go. All right. Trouble number 1. This is something I hate to see on a board, Bobby. Do you see what I see? What annoys me? What's annoying me?
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
Wires sticking out?
That's right. We do not want that much wire exposed because what will happen is they will arc and short everything out. Well, here goes our blower, but we have no heat. Here goes our inducer motor. Now we're gonna see if our heart surface igniter comes on. Would we be able to turn off that light real quick, just for a sec? Just wanna see this thing glow without having to pull it apart. And there's our code. E223 now. What's the E223? Well, that says low pressure switch has failed open. Okay, fine. So this is what I was talking to Bobby about on the way over here.
Yeah.
All the pneumatic tubes coming off of our pressure switches. So what I do is we pull these off a little bit, and because sometimes you get moisture or something obstructs the pressure switch, which can cause it to fail. And if that's the case, then that's a simple fix, and that's all there is to it. Jumpers R. We're gonna jump W1. So that's cleared. Now, normally, pressure switches don't usually fail. They're an indicator of something else. A blockage, plugged venting, bad induction on the motor, things like that. Exercise in good shape. Rock and roll. I have a feeling that we're going to have some type of a blockage in the pneumatic lines, and that is what I'm believing now, because I've cleared out the pneumatic tubing and it's fired up. One of the other things that can cause a pressure switch to fail is an obstruction in the venting or the intake, the combustion air exhaust piping on your house. As that goes to the outside of the house, you can find icicles, leaves, Hot Wheels cars, hockey balls, and all sorts of stuff that can get plugged in there. And if that isn't moving properly, the pressure switches will fail and your furnace will not fire. Just a leaf the size of a dime, block that. Yeah. Kills it. Now this is more of just a feats of skill. I just want to see if I can do this today. You know what I'm trying to do. Come on, baby. Get in, go to your home. Go to your home. All right, here we go. Think I can do it? Oh, yeah. The door switch is there. I wanted to get that door on without shutting it down. So this was a relatively easy fix too. This is something that kind of common, but I always have some trepidation about what I've done. Is there something that could be coming down the line that could cause that issue again? So that's where we ensure proper cycle and that it runs. And the filter is not bad. Could be a little better, but not bad enough to be a culprit. It's good. Flame sensor's holding. Everything's buttoned up proper. And we got the model serial. Yep. Awesome, awesome. Now I'm just gonna let it cycle for a second or two here, Mr. Mike. And you're gonna make us look good, right? 10 pounds lighter, 2 feet taller.
Thanks again for watching. I had a lot of fun this season doing all the episodes. Hopefully you've learned something. At the very least, hopefully I've taught you to save some money. Thanks again. We'll catch you next year.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I did wait for the one there.
Okay. But then don't go right on one.
Wait a second. Okay, no, you go 3, 2, and then we'll go. He won't say 1. We'll go on that. He won't say 1.
You just do it in your mind.
Okay.
That's how they do it. Okay, here we go. 3, 2,